How's it going, people? Random here. So I have a Abbas 8345 that I've been messing with for a bit. I was upstairs for about 45 minutes. Well, my wife was watching some news, and I thought I'd play around with this. I just had to sit in my hand, sit in my favorite chair, picking away at it, and get nowhere. So I thought, let's go down and stick in the vise and see what we can find. I didn't think it had a darn thing for security in it, but I am wrong. I know that for sure, because I should have opened it by now. This is one that was shown on actually one of my previous videos, but I never did open it. I just repaired it. I got it broken with the key jammed in it sideways. It was in that position. The Z-bar had come loose, so I just whacked it with a big red hammer and she opened up. But I just kind of hung it on the shelf and never played with it. And I thought tonight, let's I'm in a padlock mood, so let's open her up and see what we got. There's a WG on the bottom. I don't know what the heck that means. Okay, so I can tell what I found out so far, that everything is really high cut, so everything's got to be jammed to the ceiling. My order so far has been pin 3, pin 1. 312 gave me a full set, so we're going to start with that. I'm using moderate tension. There's 3. There's 1. I'll loose that off the tension a little bit. That was 1 again. That should be pin 3 right there. A little counter rotation on that. There we go. That's pin 3. I'll double check my other pins. Pin 1's jammed up there to the ceiling. I mean, it's kind of hard getting on the bottom. I think pin 2. There we go. So I got pin 1, pin 2, pin 3. Now I'm on to pin 4. Just lightly touch pin 4. Pin 4. I have a feeling this should be pin 5. Finally! Finally! I have been effing with this thing. I want to know what's inside here now. This is awesome. Yeah, I played with it for like an hour. As you see, I had figured out the order enough that I knew that it was pin 3, pin 2, 3, 1, what was it? 3, 1, 1 again, then pin 2 again, and then that's as far as I could get before. So pin 4, obviously. Jam up pin 4, that gave me a couple clicks on it. Which one had the spool? I can't remember. We'll find out when we take it apart. One of them had a spool on it. You can see the filings in the inside from me screwing with it. So sometimes you just got to keep on messing with picks till you find the right one. And that's what this one was. I didn't think I could do it, but I ended up doing it with a 25,000s. I've never had one of these apart. Well, that's spring-loaded. Huh. So we're going to do this together. Awesome. And there we go. There's that out. I don't know if that comes out. I don't think it does. I'm not too worried about anything crazy in here. Let's see what we got. Okay. I know somebody's on the other side of that camera telling me how to do this. Wish I could hear you, because I'm sure there's an easier way than what I'm clumsily following through. You got that freaking thing open, that's awesome. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push this in a little bit. Like that. And just going to give that little push before I... Oh yeah, it's locked. Yeah, that's what somebody's yelling on the other side of the camera. Ain't nothing wrong with a good like hour-long pick session too. It's thoroughly enjoyable, especially when you get it open. Hey, we do have a 6 that's pinned up as 5, so that's cool. I got a whole bunch of Schlage keys on my locksmith visit, so there better be some serrateds in here. I'm gonna lose my mind, because I swear there was some. I felt double clicks and stuff, and you know there might not be. Could just be a damn good core that... Oh, we got some, yeah, double serrated there. Oh, thank God we got security pins, and it just wasn't me losing my edge. And my whole flaw here, if I can teach anybody anything, is don't expect anything from a lock. Don't walk in there thinking, oh God, I know what's in here. And that's what I did tonight. I thought, oh, I know what's in here. It's going to be just, you know, this is full of spools and one serrated at the beginning. And springs are all the same. So yeah, that's what I did tonight. That was my flaw, is I walked in here thinking that I knew what was inside this lock, and all it did was screw me over. I should have just walked into it blindly, not expecting anything. But this is what caused me hours of grief. So I couldn't do it by hand because there wasn't enough spring tension on this core. So as you see, we got a serrated. I'll finish my sentence in a minute. Serrated here, spool, 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 and then standards on the bottom. So we will repin that up to a 6-pin core. Move that out. I just threw one of these 300 cores out, actually, because it's worn out at the bottom. But so what's my previous thought? I can't remember. Probably wasn't important. But either way, that was my... Oh, it's spring tension. There's not enough spring tension on this core. So as I was sitting there upstairs trying to set my spools, I couldn't do it out of my hand. I physically needed the vise to hold down the lock. Oh yeah, so my parents went away on vacation lately, and I went over to check the house, and I might have borrowed this from my dad. So Dad, if you're watching, I borrowed your vise. You have 2, so don't worry. I took the uglier one, but so hopefully we get this set up, and that'll give me a little better. It's actually got a suction cup base on it. We would just need to adjust camera angle and stuff. So a little beefier than the small one I've been using. I know it's hard to get that whole thing in camera. Let me back that up. So just have to change the camera setup. But either way, thank you very much. Thanks everybody for watching, and take care, and go back to video 58 if you haven't, and enter in the draw. A lot of new names in there, a lot of names that I've seen for a bit, so it's going to be great, good mix. Everybody take care, and support your local locksmith.